Welcome to the start of the Rhino fence. It goes from this post here almost about 40 kilometers around the perimeter of the G.I.V.E game park. And this is a 1.2 meter high Bonax fence, basically to stop the rhinos from getting out.
Why this type of fence?
There's a number of reasons. One because it's not just strand fencing. It's mixed up with horizontal and vertical lines, which means gives it more flexibility and more in endurance. It also makes it difficult for guys to cut the fence and get long strands of wire to make wire snares. The also thing is that you can string it over distances without using wooden droppers, because one of the biggest problems that we face here are fires. The fires come through, they burn the wooden droppers, and the fence collapses. So every time you have a fire, you've got to go and repair 5 kilometers of fencing. This way, even though we've got a fire break here, the fire can come through and the fence will still be standing. And this will not stop a rhino from going through, but generally speaking, unless rhino are really chased or under pressure, they will see this as a barrier, and they'll come up to the fence, and then basically what they do is they just walk down the fence until they get tired, and then they go back into the park. And that's been proven since we've been doing this fence operation. So what you've got to understand is, you can see this is all being cleared now and it looks easy, but basically when you come to build the fence, that's what it looks like in front of you. So you've got to clear the area and then lay the fence. But you see where it dips down, you just want to go as far as that. Because once you get there and you're looking up that hill, it's a sight.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Ready, take 1, 2, 3, action.
Okay, Matopos Rhino fence project. Here you're witnessing live probably one of the major conservation efforts in Zimbabwe to save one of Zimbabwe's endangered species, the rhino. Here in the Matopos we have populations of both black and white rhino that have done well since 1960 when they were introduced. But over recent years they've come under a little bit of pressure from poachers. One of the problems that faced the national parks was keeping the rhino contained in an area, and the fence that existed here had fallen down or had been removed, so the rhino were wandering all over the place, and trying to control them and protect them was a very difficult job. So we initiated a project. In fact, the project was initiated by Debbie Gracie from Gracie International, who came here, and as part of her G.I.V.E trip project, she looked at ways of using tourism to support conservation and community development in African countries. So this was a project we started in January 2013. We're now in July 2014, and we're probably about 80% of the way through with this project. The project in total is approximately 180,000 US dollars to fence off 52 kilometers around the G.I.V.E Game Park, which is a section of the Matopos National Park and is declared by National Parks as an IPZ, an intensive protection zone. So the whole object of this is to put a fence around a area in which all the rhino will be contained. The anti-poaching units will be put in here in a concentrated form. We work in conjunction with people like the Zimbabwe Trust, who do the rhino dehorning program. So most of the rhinos, if not all of them, will be dehorned, and then the rhino are used to promote sustainable tourism. In other words, tourists from all over the world already they're come to see the rhino. The money they pay to see the rhino pays for the rhino protection, but also a portion of it goes to the community, basically the people that live on the perimeter of the national park, who want to see the rhino as a source of income. In other words, if we have rhino, we get tourists, and that provides income. No rhino, no tourists, no income. So that's the basic concept of the whole idea. Anything else you'd like to know? Basically about the fence, this is a 1.2 meter Bonox fence. Bonox means that it's got the square, which makes it a lot stronger and a lot more flexible. So none of these fences will ever hold back wildlife if they're being chased or under threat. Particularly rhino, they will just basically run through this. But if the rhino is not under pressure, it will see this as a barrier and basically either walk up and down the fence or turn back. And since we've done this project, that's been the situation. The National Park Scouts have tracked rhino, seen them come up to the fence, walk down the fence a little bit and then return back into the park. Not only does the fence act as a protection for the rhino, but it is actually a symbol, because most of this fence has been built by the community, and now they feel that they are participating and benefiting from the natural heritage of Zimbabwe. So it's a plus factor all around, and hopefully this project will save some of the endangered species on this planet.